In this video, we will see how to import data from various data sources into Power BI. So for this, first you have to launch Power BI. So once you launch Power BI, you have an option called Get Data in Home tab. Okay, you can see the Home tab here. You can see the Get Data here. So just go down and click More. So once you click More, you can see what are the various sources from where you can get the data. Okay, so because the data comes from variety of sources, right? So you can see all these things. So here, if you click, if you see in the left side, you can see what are all the options, what are the various sources where you can get the data. So the first one is with the file, the second one is with the database, Power Platform, Azure, online services, and other. So what all these things are? So first one is what the file. File is what the flat files. Okay, flat file means your data is not active data, where you get all the data which is stored in your desktop or in anywhere in the form of a file. Okay, it's a file format. Okay, so you can see here that this is the comma separated value file and this is the worksheet file. So these two are the files. Okay, flat files. Fine. So if you wanted to get the data from the file which is an inactive file, then you can get the data. So these are all the various options which are available. You can get it from either an Excel workbook. It's a text CSV. CSV means comma separated value. That is, your column and your records are separated as a comma. Next one is XML, extended markup language. This is a JSON folder. If you want to get it like a set of file which is in the folder, you can even select that. You can also import PDF file, can import the Parquet document and SharePoint folder if you want to get the SharePoint folder. Next one is with the database. Okay, so the database which used to store your data in a the column and row, or it might be the some other databases. These are all the possible database from where you can import the data. Okay, next third one is that a Power Platform. So in a video called Power Platform Learning Path, I have discussed about what is a Power Platform. So Power Platform is a combination, it's a collection of technologies called Power BI, Power App, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agent, and Power Pages. So if you want to connect through the Power Platform, okay, that is a technology. So if you want to connect that particular data, those data which are there in that technology, if you want to connect that, you can connect it. So that is what Power Platform. And the next option is with the Azure is basically a cloud. Okay, cloud data and online services. If you click on online services, you can see various options over here: SharePoint Online, Exchange, Dynamics Nav, Google Analytics. If you want to get from the Smart Sheet, if you want to get it from the LinkedIn Sales Navigator bar, if you want to get from the Data World. Okay, Data World is a collection of data sets which are available over there, and all the possible online services you can see here. Okay, and finally the other. Okay, other set of data like a web directly, if you want to get from the web and everything, you can see it here. Okay, now let us try to get it from the file. Okay, simply an Excel workbook here. Click on the Excel workbook, click connect. Okay, I'll be showing you three options. One is the web Excel file, second one is the CSV file, and third one is the web data file. Okay, we'll be connecting with all these things. Got it? So click from where you want to get the data. Whatever the data which is stored in .xls format, you can select it. Click open. So once you click open, it will open a small window. Okay, so in this window you can see these three options. What are all these three options? So let us just go and open the sales file which we have just selected and which is open now. Okay, so once you open the Excel file, you can see, we can understand what are all these three options which are available in the Excel sheet. So here you can see that you have three sheets in this Excel file. Okay, the first sheet is what the orders, second sheet is what the written, and third sheet is what the people. Okay, and you can understand that these three sheets are showing as three different tables in Power BI. So if you want only this sheet, okay, if you want only the order sheet, you can select it. or if you want two sheets, you can select it, or if you want all the three sheets, you can select it. If you want any one sheet, if you don't want any particular sheet, you can unselect it. Okay, so this is up to you. Fine. And here on the top, this is the navigator window. Okay, once you try to load any data, it will first launch a navigator window where you can see what are all the possible tables which are available to you, and whether you need that particular table or not. Okay, this is all about only the table. Okay, and here you can see that if you wanted to, if it is refreshing, right, you can see something is moving here, some dot dot dot, it means that it is refreshing, it is trying to refresh. If you want to cancel the refresh, it will be cancelled, you cannot see this dot dot dots here. Okay, so these two options we have selected, and on the right side you can see some refresh option. Okay, so this refresh option is also it is used to refresh the data. Okay, because since it is a flat file, it is stored in your desktop. So if you add some data into it, for example, if I'm adding a data to the last entry, okay, if I'm adding the data here, then I have to go and manually press refresh here so that it will be refreshed. Okay, that is what the logic behind it. So you can select I'm just selecting the three tables here. Okay, and then you have a three option here: load, transform data, and cancel. Okay, so load, what it will do, it will directly load this particular data into the Power BI desktop here. Okay, here it will load the data directly into the Power BI desktop. Transform data means if you feel like, okay, here you can see that this is column 1, right? It's not showing up the column name. If you go and check here, the first that is the column people. Okay, you can see that person and region, this is what the column name, right? So person and region is the column name, but it is not, it didn't find out, so it is showing up as a column 1 and column 2. If you wanted to change this, you can go to the transform data and do that. Okay, or else even we can do it here. No, there is no big deal, but anyhow, we'll be transformed, so any of these things. Okay, and if you go and check the order, it is perfect, your column names are perfect. And here also the written order ID and market is not showing up on the top. Okay, so as of now I'm just going to use only the orders table. Okay, so we will understand transform in the upcoming video, so don't worry about the transform data. I'm just going to click load data here. Okay, click load data. So what happens now, your data, you can see the data in the fields pane. Okay, this is what the fields pane, you can see the data here. For that, you can simply select apply changes. So now you can see that here we have orders. Okay, this is what the sheet which we have imported, and you can see all the columns which are all there in the order sheet. Okay, now if you go and check the data here, this is the data view. If you click on the data view, you can see all the data here in a tabular format. Okay, but in the report view, you can see that in the fields, this is the fields pane, you can see that in the fields. Okay, and you can see all these columns here. Okay, all the columns available in the fields. So what are all these fields? So just you can understand what these fields are. Okay, so you can see that few fields. Okay, this is a dimension, category is a dimension, because like we have category data, city, customer ID, and you can see that the measures, these are all the measure means which is in a numeric format. Measures are automatically converted into sum, which is showing you in a sum format. Okay, summation measures you can see. And you can also see that this is a date format. Okay, these are all, we call it as a data type. So the type of data, what type of data it is showing all these things. Okay, we will discuss about this, because now in this particular video we are planning to only show how to import various types of data. So I'm just going to move further how to import the CSV data. Okay, now you can go and click here get data. Okay, and you can select, either you can select here directly text to CSV, or else go to the more and select text to CSV. So I'm just going to select here text to CSV. So whatever is in CSV format, you can find it. So select that form, select the data and click open. Now you can see the navigation bar and how it looks like. So here, if you import a Excel file, it is showing up a navigation bar. If you are opening a CSV file, it is showing a different window where you have to tell, because this is a CSV file. CSV file is basically a comma separated file. So where you can see, I'm just going to open it. Okay, open with I'm just going to open with a notepad and show it to you. You can see that all the columns are separated with a comma. Okay, this is the first column, donor potential, second column, third column, fourth column. So here is what the column names are ending, and this is your first record. This is your first record, that is a first record. This is a donor potential, this is a donor name, this is a middle class, this is south is the region, this is Kentucky is the state. Okay, this is about the first record. So this is how your comma separated value will be. So if you want to deal with a comma separated value, you have various file origins. Okay, so you have to, by default Power BI will automatically select what is the file origin, but if you have a specific origin you have to select, you can go and select it. And sometimes your delimiter is what comma. Okay, so what is the delimiter here? Because it is showing comma, so this is what the delimiter. But it has various delimiters. Even it might be a colon separated value, even it might be equal sign separated value, it might be separated as an equal sign, it might be separated with one tab. So whatever it is, by default it will understand comma, but if you wanted to make any changes you can do that. And it is data type deduction, it is deducting only the first 200 rows. Based on the first 200 rows, it by default it detected what type of data it is. Okay, if you wanted to load the data, you can load it. Okay, and if you want to transform the data, you can transform or else cancel. And this is extract table using examples. If you wanted to extract the data with any other example, you can extract it. Okay, as of now I am just going to load the data. Just click load the data, your data will be loaded. You can just simply select here, your data will be loaded, and you can see that the non-profit this is what the non-profit and this is what the orders table. Okay, you can see two tables are imported here. Yes, great. Now we are going to import the web data. See, this two data are not at all data are not at all anywhere related, but I just wanted to show you that these three types of data are available. So now let us try to import the web data. Go to the more. Even the web data is also available over there, but you just want to know from where you're getting the web data. Once you click more, it will take you through a window to select the data source. Click on the online services. Sorry, click on the other. Okay, you can see the web option here. Click connect. So once you click connect, it will ask you to paste the URL, because we are going to get the European Football Championship. You can check whether that is basically available. So click here, enter. Okay, you can see that this is what the European football data, and you can see that there is some table is available over here, right? You have various tables, results table. Let us see how it is importing. Click OK. Okay, once you click OK, it will ask you whether what is the source. It is Wikipedia, right? Just click connect. Okay, once you click connect, it will show up all the possibility of tables. What are the possible tables which are available there? What are the table which are available in the Wikipedia page which we have used it here? Those pages will be available in the navigation bar. So you have to select what are the tables which you want for your visualization to create your reports. So all the tables will be displayed here. Okay, so wait for that to display. You can see we have various tables over here. Okay, so these are all the HTML tables which is available, these are the suggested table, and these are the HTML. So let us go and click on any one table, select any one table. You can see what are the column which are available. If you don't want that, just uncheck it, select the next table. Okay, year, host, final. So this is what actually we needed, right? So whatever you needed, just select and see what is the table is all about. If you want the table, you can select it. If you don't want the table, you can just unselect it. So you can see in this navigation bar you have two views. Okay, table view and web view. So which one you want, you can select it. you can select the table. You have to select the table, and then if you wanted to go ahead with the transform data, you can go ahead, or else if you want to load the data, you can load it. Okay, so this is a very simple way of importing the data. Since we'll be discussing only about we'll be discussing only with the excel data or the flat files data, or the web data. Okay, we won't just go and discuss about the sql server. We may discuss about the cloud data as well. So I'm just stopping here about importing the data from various data source. We'll be further proceeding with the basic analysis of the data and creating a reports, transformation, and everything. Okay, if you want to know any specific data source, please leave that in the comment. I'll just try to explore and tell it to you. Okay, so this is what all about it. If you are going to trying to connect it with any of the sql server or cloud, then you have to authenticate. Okay, you have to either authenticate with your username and the password, something you have to give it so that it will be connected. Okay, so I just wanted to tell you the today's assignment. So you have to try to import the web data from this particular website. I will leave this website in the description. Okay, so you have to import the world population data and try to connect the correct table. Okay, and try to import it and see how it is imported. Thank you, take care.